It may have worked. I don't know. Yeah, it's worked. That is, I don't understand why. I just restarted my computer.
Well, if any game deserves its own VOD, it's this one.
It really doesn't matter what class I pick.
Unless Burnhead successfully bullies you into playing Sekiro.
Okay. This time I will be Shrek.
Off to a good start. It's a shame there aren't really any ear options. Yeah, jeez. Oh god. The face morphing just never gets old.
He's not becoming green.
Yeah, you're very slowly getting there. Yeah, this is eerily similar to the face tone you had in Dark Souls 3.
Maybe I can get there by I just have to be careful not to go past it. He's becoming blue. Now he's becoming purple. Come on, green.
Well, you're entering like some kabuki territory with this.
Thanks for the sub, Teen Wolf Dad. Uh, I need to be green.
You're getting there. Okay, well, now maybe not.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
For a moment, you were like KFC colored.
Okay. I'm calling this green.
This is some version of green.
Okay, start the clock. It's more green than he was in Dark Souls 3.
And now he's immediately beef jerky colored.
Actually, he might have become more green. No, he became flesh colored. Kind of looks like Stretch Armstrong now.
I think he went with the large upper body
Yeah,
preset.
I've been doing
That's
that. Damn it. I'm not green.
fucking swole. Holy shit.
This dead, soulless eyes, like a doll's eyes.
And yet has more eyes than in Dark Souls 3 somehow.
Well, he had eyes in Dark Souls 3. He just had his special cream boy face over on top. Like he was a pathologic 2 cream-faced murderer.
Yeah, this is part of the beef jerky curse.
It kind of looks like chewing gum.
Yeah, you'll find this guy under your desk at elementary school.
Regretted.
Okay.
So what's your build plan for this game?
We're gonna be breaking into Sentence Fortress to get the Gold Serpent Ring, and then we're just gonna fight Black Knights until one of them drops a sword.
Classic.
And if somehow none of them do, I will begrudgingly use the Gravelord sword.
Classic backup plan. Wow,
I need
is instantly dead.
instantly dead. I want. I got logged out of my Google account, so YouTube no longer knows who I am.
It's very important for this to happen while you're playing a video game on stream.
I need Pizza Tower music.
Ah.
Oh shit, I forgot to do this for you. There we go.
Streaming Wizard Eyes. Okay, I'll switch over. Yeah, now we can hear the video game.
Should I go for the halberd raw dog, or should I wait until I have stuff?
Halberd's exciting. Let's go for it. If you get it first try, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Betamax Hipster is kind of right. Maybe it's for the best if Google doesn't know who you are.
It's true. Although I would like to check my email at some point. Kind of felt like that was going to hit me.
How does it feel playing 3 different games with 3 slightly different game feels back to back?
Feels great.
Because this game is, you know, it still feels good, but it's slightly more stiff than Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, more stiff than Dark Souls 3. Much more responsive than Dark Souls 2. I'm certainly most nerve attuned with this one. I'm most nerve attuned with this one. Here's the thing. I actually set the other games to have double tap B as jump. I take it. I can't handle it on the stick.
I unfortunately got used to it on the stick, so I played Dark Souls Remastered with it on the stick as well. Not that double tapping B is good.
I'm clowning. I meant to roll to the right, but I rolled back. I'm clowning.
If you do it enough times, the knight will fall down with you.
I'm getting bad vibes from this. I'm not going for it now. Bad vibes. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, this is cursed.
This is an ill omen.
Yes, it's a pretty clear sign.
Yeah, I don't have a fancy controller with like macro buttons on the back. I've thought about it when I was getting this one, but then I thought, that's expensive.
Yeah, the Xbox Elite is like $200 or so.
I think I got this one for $30. Not counting the shit I had to buy to make it work. 'Cause I was kind of expecting like it to come with its own Bluetooth dongle and maybe even a battery, and no, it did not.
No, it's just a controller.
Not even a cable.
Yeah.
Had to get. Actually, I think it had a cable, but it was a shitty one. So I had to get like I got my own like 8-foot USB-C. Thanks, Xbox. Okay. Time for cheating to start.
Right off the bat, we're gonna create an incredibly heavy longsword.
No, I won't do that one, just because that glitch is hard, and I don't need to. We're breaking into Sense Fortress, though. The timing on the heavy longsword for material duping is much more tight than the normal soul dupe one, which we will be doing as well. Alright, first things first, I want to get the gold covetous serpent ring. So I will need the help of my beautiful assistant, Andre. Andre, if you would please come down.
Not to be confused with Andre.
Thanks, Andre.
You did get a death cam from that.
I did.
I'm not sure why that happened, but
Oh, I didn't even sit at the bonfire at the other place. I know why it happened. I got too far into the death plane, and I clipped at the wrong spot. If I clip at the right spot, the camera will clip into the death cam, or the death plane, but I won't. Which is what we are going to be doing.
so in other words, you did it too well.
I did it too well. I know 2 death cam glitches in this game, and that's one of them. The other one is skipping Quelag. But the setup for it and the execution of it takes longer than just killing Quelag with a Black Knight weapon. It's also harder than killing Quelag with a Black Knight weapon. So we probably won't be doing it unless I feel like being spicy for no reason.
It's that one where there's this tiny spot behind some pots or something that you can step.
Yep, you step into some pots, and then death cam, and then you walk all the way through. And The dismount is hard because you have to go up the stairs at the back of Quilleg's room.
Yeah, you have to pretend the game is a bad Diablo for 5 minutes.
And you cannot see anything. Okay, this time will be different. This time we're going to use our beautiful assistant, Barton. Barton, come on down. Now, I know you're nervous, honey, but I know you can do it.
Is that it? Hey, you got it. Second try is pretty good.
If you're
I mean,
prone to,
technically, you even got it first try.
yeah, I just did it too well. If you're prone to motion sickness, perhaps look away.
Yep. Some incomprehensible things are going to be happening now. And we're in Sense Fortress. I always find this exploit terrifying because you can't escape.
Worse than that, if you sit at a bonfire in here, you are soft locked. Until you go and get the,
Yes, you have to beat Iron Giant without without anything.
You have to beat Iron Giant without anything, and then beat Ornstein and Smo with only what you can find. Because you have to get the Lord Vessel to escape the prison you've created for yourself.
Use Crystal Halberd, Lightning Spear, I guess, and the good luck.
With Crystal Halberd, it's not so bad.
Yeah, but there's just something existentially terrifying about this to me. Like, even if I could, if I were skilled enough to do this, it would still be very scary.
It is frightening, and there's a psychological element to it, because Sense Fortress is a unpleasant place to be in.
By design.
So you're like, I'm going to a scary place, and if I do something silly, I'll get stuck there forever. But I'm here for balls.
That's true. You're just here for one ring and then getting out.
I remember the threat of running out of Prism Stones at Anor when I was doing Floathog. Yeah, that's getting yourself into a mess.
Float Hog. Is that what we're calling mapless Dark Souls? Or is
Yeah.
that something else?
That's Maple Dark Souls, because PokeCap used to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles with texture layers turned off for the playing Float Hog.
So you got the ring.
I could
What
just,
else do you want here?
I could just leave. There's not a whole lot else to get. I kind of need a humanity, because I'm going to lose my 3 humanity.
Need humanity, you say?
Yes, need humanity.
Oh.
I'll just take the expressway out.
Thank you, Sense Fortress.
Easy as that.
Easy peasy.
This guy, one of the reasons I don't like doing Gravelord Sword is I have to kill a bunch of these guys. It would be worth doing Heavy Sword if I was using Gravelord. Just because it means I would only have to kill one of those guys. Or potentially none. But Twinkling Titanite is simple enough to get. I already have 2 of it. Hopefully I get the Halberd. The Halberd is my preferred Black Knight weapon. I can and will use any of them.
Yeah, so the sword is obviously next, but what's your preference between the axe and the great sword?
The axe is not as powerful, but it's so cool. I love the axe. It has a unique moveset.
Yeah, I think it's the rarest among all of them. There's the one in the catacombs. Is that it before the kiln?
Yeah. There's one guy in the catacombs. As far as I believe he's the only one.
I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think there are 2 great sword opportunities.
There's the guy in the parish. Where's the other one at?
I could just be lying. That's also possible.
I don't remember. I can tell you there's another halberd guy in the Tomb of the Giants. There is 2 sword guys in the asylum, and there's one in the
the asylum. That's right.
Then there's one more sword guy in Normalberg.
Okay, the other great sword one is in the Tomb of the Giants.
Ah. We're just doing this.
Levels up the wazoo. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Kaz.
I love that we're doing a scam. It's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, the true strength of a warrior is cheating.
Yes. I have done enough grinding, like, the honest way in this video game that I'm like, you know what? I've put in the time. Alright?
I'm trying to think of when the last time I grounded this game legitimately. And it's been an extremely long time.
I just would not do that anymore without some strong inducement.
Have you even done it in remastered at all?
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I don't think I've played remastered honestly ever.
Ungenuine gameplay only.
Yeah, I kind of have been avoiding exploits in remastered. but I also just haven't played it that much.
I think I'm still a permanent data fraud, unfortunately.
Rip.
Yeah,
Rippy
made the
dee.
mistake of having a mod installed and had online enabled.
A dirty cheater who cheats.
Yep. Yep. I am exactly the same as those people who did like arbitrary remote code execution and brought their whole multiplayer down for several months.
Or those.
I'm just as bad as them.
just as bad as the people who give other people illegal Elden Ring underwear.
The panties
God.
that ban people.
That ban panties.
Okay, but that's very funny.
It is very funny.
Damn. So it is possible to do morally wrong things while playing a video game. How about that?
Yeah, the panties.
Well, if you say that, no one knows what you're gonna mean.
Yeah, they're gonna think you're making some pun about sea shanties.
Or are bantering.
Yeah,
The banter panties.
jolly banter.
40 strength, 18 dex, and default longsword. Well, the band panties are slightly scandalous. They have like curls on them. Like Fia,
That's incredibly debaucherous.
yeah, Fia, Death's companion or whatever her name is. She's got some fancy panties, and if you have them, you're not allowed to, and you will get punished. Only she's allowed to have.
Any thought for like Zweiander as a reliable back? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
You'll just get it. It's fine.
That's what 99 Humanity and the okay. If I wasn't gonna do Zweiander, it would be, or if I somehow killed every Black Knight and did not get a Black Knight drop, I would go get Gravelord's sword and probably Andre
man.
Demon Titanite.
Yeah. No, I would love to see that because I love the curved greatswords. I'm the freak who actually likes them.
Yeah, I don't have anything that trades for Twinkling. Oh well. Yeah.
That Hollow had the honor of being the first enemy killed by your Black Knight sword.
For you, this will be an honor. I will use this weapon to slay a god. Today, it slays your sorry ass.
Us bubblegum men have to stick together.
Yeah, he'll be fine as soon as you rest at a bonfire. It's just
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Where am I going?
I wonder if it would be possible to like have every enemy in the world dead. And you just like you don't rest at a bonfire, and then everyone's dead.
If you hit
Possible in Dark Souls 2.
in this, yeah, in this game, if you hit
Extinctify.
in this game, if you hit certain loading coal points, areas will reload even if you have not set at a bonfire.
If
If you've ever,
Alas.
it's actually fairly easy to experience. If you kill enemies, like if you go to Lowerberg from the aqueduct and then walk back, enemies in the Firelink will have respawned because you have hit their coal loading point. I'm gonna go buy some stuff from Andre, and then probably never talk to him again.
Well, you have to be human to talk to Andre anyway. So
It's true.
it's a huge pain.
I mean,
in the ass.
have you ever seen anyone more human than me, Shrek?
You're as human as 99 whole people.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
that's more humanities is more human.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Andy. Goodbye. I no longer need you.
This question will never be answered. Are you ever gonna put pants on Shrek?
Maybe not. I have armor I'll probably... there's armor that I'm going to pick up and probably equip. That's my speedrun armor. But I might not be in light roll if I put the pants on for it, so maybe not.
Yeah.
I typically pick up the
Hey.
gold hymn set because you have to pick it up anyways if you're going to fight Ceaseless.
And it's a good set.
And it's just pretty powerful.
Yeah, then we have, what, either stone armor or hobbles for Four Kings.
Yeah, and I'll probably get hobbles.
Yeah. And I mean, you could do Four Kings without equipping armor. It would just suck a lot more.
It would suck a lot. It would suck more. You would have to dodge. I've done it before.
So annoying.
It's just much easier
Dodging.
to just stand there.
Yeah, you'd have to actually be engaged in the fight
Yeah, rather
as
than
opposed
just...
to just attacking.
Which is miserable because that fight sucks. So,
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, am I going to get the hat? Wait. Hold on. There we go. I took the ring off for some reason.
Hey.
hey, tail cut. Jesus Christ.
Got 2 hits.
God, I forgot how great these weapons are.
I mean, I'm also... Look at my stats.
Yeah, we do have the... We're level 89. That's pretty good
Pretty good.
for this point in the game.
Pretty good. With God as my witness, he is broken in half. It's true.
Oh, right. You were playing those other games where rings had weight.
Yes.
You de-equipped it by instinct because you wanted to stay in light roll.
I'm
Which...
I'm de-equipping it so that enemies don't drop things, so I'm not tempted to pick up their worthless items, because nothing can drop anything I'm interested in.
Has anyone ever done like a weight comparison of the rings in the later games? Like,
Ooh,
how close is a ring to the weight of a pair of gloves?
we need to find the standard item, the item that has a real life comparison that we can establish what a thing is. We'll just we need like a chicken egg or something.
It's probably going to be like leather gauntlets, something like that.
One of the coins, maybe?
But they don't have things that you don't equip don't have weight, so it's got to be an equipable item. You can go like average weight of like a long sword, but there's something exact.
Right,
you can
right.
use.
Yeah, there kind of is item weight in this secretly. And it's useful for like one particular glitch where you like...
Oh yeah,
You
meme roll. Yes.
Yeah, you like overload your carry weight, which the game is still keeping track of, even though it's not like visibly doing it.
You want to be slightly above medium roll. There's a spot where if I were doing all bosses, there would be at least 2 spots where I would do meme roll.
I think this is my first time hearing about this.
Oh, meme roll? Oh,
it's
shit.
not the same as the poopy pants walk, is it?
It's not the same.
No,
No, it's not
no.
the same as poop walk. No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you have to be at a pretty precise... Depending on the version of the game you're playing, you either have to be like at a float precise amount of equip weight, or just like to the 10th of a unit equip weight, and I forget which is which.
This one is the more forgiving one. It's harder.
Alright.
It's harder in original. So I'm actually making I'm wasting time to not go to a place where I would meme roll if I if I wanted to. And I just want to show a fun glitch. That's why I'm coming here.
Okay, sweet.
I'm all for it.
Because I'm on a victory. I'm basically
I
on a
haven't
victory
seen
lap
this.
at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this was always going to be like the one you know the best and have the easiest time with.
And you already have the sword now.
Yeah, the game is already beaten, really.
Yeah, nothing truly hard remains. I mean, since you don't do Toki bombs ever, because I can't ever convince you to learn it, that's going to be like at least slightly hard, but
I would learn. I would need to like get a save file to practice Toki bombs.
yeah, like I already have that. I have like a save file on a video that I use.
Okay. Keep messing this
Okay,
up.
so I'm starting to see something is up with this ladder.
Hell yes! Oh.
Okay, we're out of bounds. This is pretty good.
I don't exactly remember where to go with this. But if I keep
Oh.
if I keep going,
Hello.
if I keep going, I can clip into the depths.
Yeah.
Uh,
So this is where so meme roll lets you have active roll iframes on fall damage when you land. So it lets you fall basically arbitrarily long distances. Well, not actually arbitrarily, because you still have to have enough stamina to do it.
This is like some weird remnant from Demon Souls code,
I'm stuck.
I assume.
Uh-oh. Well, we ball. Okay. I take it there
So
were
much
no
for that.
kill planes there. Hmm.
I'm back at my last safe
Oh.
location.
Ah, yes, this is the last stable ground you were standing on.
What?
Mhm.
What was that?
Mhm.
I got like,
Oh man.
I mean, I can always dark sign out. That's the trick.
Yeah. It's not like we really need souls for anything either.
Or my
I
humanity.
think. Yeah.
I'll get more human. I already.
I mean,
can
the
make-
humanity is defense. That'll help us like
I don't.
take an additional hit at some point.
I don't remember where to jump is to say.
Okay, are we
That
back in
pathetic
bounds?
Estus
No.
doesn't heal you at all.
Okay, now I know where I am.
Hey, sick.
This is familiar.
And then Laurentius is here.
So what's our way back in bounds?
There are ways to clip
We
back
need to
in.
like, yeah. Do we need to get like grab attacked by an enemy or something?
I just have to. I have to find like a specific geometry that's like cromulent.
I like that water. Just kind of floating.
We're getting the complete behind the scenes. Okay, getting our stain is gonna be hard.
Well, the vanilla game can put your stain in an irretrievable location.
It's very true. It's one of the crueler things that can happen. Oh man, like Iron Golem is like
Yeah,
the,
Iron
the
Golem loves to do
genius
it.
of doing that.
He throws you. Say goodbye to Lotric, everybody.
Oh, I can't look.
Goodbye.
Oh, my poor boy. I know that you need to die, but I hate to see it.
So, I've done that Bloat Hog clip into Lowerberg before. When I streamed a while back, shields only, and I clipped into there to farm Kirk for the spiked shield, or the shield of thorns, or whatever, so that I could have a reasonable weapon to farm bone wheel shield with.
Jeez.
For all things, there is a purpose.
Yeah. Man, I remember one of my like arbitrary equipment started with a shield, and I had to like two-hand it and then thwack people, and it's like, oh god, this sucks, man.
Not the best game for hitting things with shields, although the bone wheel shield is a delight. Probably Dark Souls 2 is the best game for hitting things with shields. Because you have the twin shields, you have the Sanctus shield, or the Sanctum shield, which is incredibly powerful.
I haven't really done it in Elden Ring, but that's also another like really promising one.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Especially since you can infuse shields on the fly with whatever you want.
how's the stream looking, everybody? Is my preview stream is
The
lagging
actual
out?
stream looks okay.
Okay, then it must be like my little preview on the dashboard that's just acting wonky.
That looks fine. From what I can tell.
I think when you're doing shields in Elden Ring, you use it's a fingerprint shield, which is basically just
Yeah, like
toggle
that's-
shield.
Yeah, that's like highest stability, highest guard,
And there is the cannon shield.
heaviest.
There's the Zardoz shield that has a cannon built into it.
That's very true. You could be Zardoz. That's pretty great. Man,
I saw
Yeah,
somebody.
there's a cannon and a flamethrower.
I need to make good on my threat to like learn Elden Ring glitchless any percent good enough to get my time down to like 2 hours. I think that's realistic for me and my skills, given that like the people who are actually good at it can do that in 1 hour. I think that's reasonable, being like half as good as the best people for me. Maybe that's not realistic, but it'll be fun.
What weapon does the any percent strat use?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
'Cause some of those endgame bosses are pretty rough.
For sure. Like I imagine it's got to be a Twinklin, because
Yeah, because
like,
you get the EG
you
and
need,
then
like,
your
fucking
Yeah,
half
you can
the
get
materials.
somber stones pretty darn easily.
Yeah.
you get kind of choked a little around like somber 7s, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a weirdly easy somber 9 you can get somewhere.
Yeah, there's somber 9s and 10s just like out in like Caelid, but you get stopped at 7, where used to you would get a 7 by breaking into Volcano Manor and doing a jump that they patched, and now there's a new jump. That would be your litmus test to see if you would be interested in doing glitchless Elden Ring. Is the platforming in Volcano Godskin Noble Skip in Volcano Manor. It's really
I tried it and it's
really
awful.
precise. Like I could do the old one where you jumped from the gear onto the bridge up to where the Iron Virgin was at, but the new one where like
Yeah.
you're going around cliffs and like climbing up
Where you need to like
geometry.
jump and then punch
Yeah,
to like
Yeah, that
get
one.
that's beyond me.
Yeah, the problem with
that's some shit
that
I
one is
probably
that
want.
the punishment is death. Whereas the old skip, you could have just tried over and over again.
And I think the old skip, it might have got patched again, but at some point after they patched it, it was still doable. It was just fucking hard, like very precise.
I believe what Mask Tazah is saying, but just Bloodhound Gang for glitchless.
That makes a lot of sense. Bloodhound Fang is extremely good. It's just so good.
I'm sad I used it my first playthrough because
I am a little sad too because you should have gotten to experience some of the other delightful weapons of Elden Ring without just
getting the
having
best,
the best
one.
one.
I was really struggling to find a weapon, and I was like, I'm just trying stuff, and then I fought a boss and got this cool thing. Like, I'm gonna use this, and then
Yep. And then
I didn't
there
real-
was nothing ever better
And
to pull you away from it.
I didn't realize that Margot like did things because I just killed him too quickly. He died before he could do literally anything. Sword of Night and Fire will be old patch. That weapon got nerfed into the ground. Sword of Night and Flame used to be like super Bobo busted.
Now we wait.
I'm not touching that actually. I don't want any.
All achievements? What a cursed category.
One good weapon is, I don't know if it's been nerfed or not, the gimmick weapon for fighting Rickert. The snake blade.
Oh, the serpent. Yeah.
That
Serpent Hunter.
The Serpent Hunter blade is actually
Serpent
very
Hunter.
good.
It is.
I knew that one of the reasons that you did Godskin skip was to get it. Like just to walk into the
Yeah.
boss room, pick it up, and leave.
No, I loved that thing. That was my Twinkling backup.
I upgraded it before I did the fight, and just destroyed him.
My main thing. Well, my main thing for most of the game was spiked Cestus.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then I found, well, I think it's called Star Fist, and I'm like, oh god, this, yeah,
Oh, the thing that's just like the end of the morning star.
yeah,
Except
but
you
punch
attach it
with
to your
a-
fists.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh
ever-
god, it ruled.
Did you ever use Big Bill Bastard's balls?
I didn't. I never found them.
Never found
I'm like,
Big
man.
Bill Bastard. I also did not find Big Bill Bastard the first run through.
It's like
Dare I
on my
ask who
first
that is?
playthrough, I was.
Prawn Man. Blackguard Bill.
Oh,
what the fuck his name is.
oh. Yeah.
What is his actual name?
Blackguard Bogart, I think.
Blackguard Boggart, maybe. I don't know. I call him Big Bill
Yeah,
Bastard.
Big Bill Hells. Yeah.
Mhm.
Big Bill Bastard. Blackguard Bill Bastard.
Wait, do you have to like kill him to get him?
He drops them.
I was never gonna do that. He's too much of a buddy. Like
He's-
he has an honest scam.
He's the
And it's
hot.
like, all right.
He's the hottest dude in a Souls game.
Lol, get wrecked.
I mean, it's true. Even if Ceaseless disagrees.
No, I'm silently, well, I guess not silently anymore, but judging you for getting hit by anything in Ceaseless Discharge's
I mean-
loadout.
I mean, I get hit by that half the time, and it just doesn't matter. I run from him.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But I judge.
I'm judging you for judging me.
That's fair.
This is my judgment face.
Your judge eyes that you don't have. Oh, that reminds me of like someone dipping into the game code to figure out who the smelliest protagonist is in a Blood Souls.
Smelliest.
Yeah. Because there's a mechanic to these games where enemies figure out where you are by what's internally to the game called your smell. So they have different ways of detecting you, which is how things like spook work, right? But the basic one that they all have just relies on your locational proximity to them, and that's your smell.
So who was the smelliest? Was it the hunter?
Bloodborne. Yeah. You're smelliest in Bloodborne.
I know that Dark Souls also has a secret armor loudness stat. So some armor is louder than others. If you start like
Awesome.
approaching an enemy from behind, if you're like wearing jingly, like for example, what's his name? Dominal's armor, that's really jingly, so enemies will start spotting you slightly earlier than if you were wearing the ninja armor. It's
Awesome.
pretty fun.
Now, isn't that only the chest piece too?
Yeah, the chest piece is
Yeah,
the
that's
piece
the
of
one that
armor
makes the
determines that.
noise.
It's Jangleton.
Yeah. So like, I think like plate armor. I think there are like two. I think there are 3 categories of loudness. There's like cloth armor. You know, your the shadow set, etc. Then there's your whatever the warrior starts with, and then there's like plates, the Dominal's chest, etc. And it's only like, you know, a distance of, I don't know, a couple of meters or something.
Yeah, it's
But
one of those
you,
things.
you can
that's
measure
like-
it and it's there.
One of those things that's like you would never notice this.
Yeah, you have to go out of your way to see if this is really the case.
I put pants on.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Pants having Shrek. We love that.
And
It's a
considering,
very different movie if he doesn't wear pants.
Considering stopping by to get the wolf ring, but I might not.
Wolf.
Wouldn't be that far out of my way.
Well, I'm trying to think what you would even need it for.
Plus,
Well, yeah, it gives you 40 poise,
which is as much
Um,
as the Elite Knight set.
but like, what fight do you need that in?
I don't know, trading hits. I don't know.
You're running past people.
I'll just,
Yeah, not flinching from like stray arrows and shit is nice.
I'm just gonna ride and die. Hello, Snaky.
Hey, someone opened the door. So nice of them.
If I had lived the last time I was here,
Oh. Oh.
moments too late.
Ooh.
If I had lived, I would have probably unlocked the shortcut, but I didn't.
That was Sense Fortress at its clockwork finest.
I got
That
zoned.
is just kind of what this place does to people,
I got-
unfortunately.
I
Yeah.
got zoned into a pendulum, and then I was moments too late to quit load.
Just a fun little playhouse.
Although that quit load would have been terrible because I would have probably loaded in and then got hit by a pendulum. I think
Yeah, the most,
I think I'm
the
on
most
the ground
powerful
here.
spell in all Blood Souls games is the one that everyone has. It's quitting the game.
Dark Souls
um,
2 ain't got it. That's
Wait,
what
it doesn't?
you can quit load ledge falls, but you can't quit load enemy repositioning. Enemies will stay where they are when you quit load.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, Dark Souls 2 is nerfed.
Mm.
And then they unnerfed it in every other game. Hello, Snaky. Yeah, they don't quit load doors in Dark Souls 2 runs. because it's not technically faster.
I still need to see the numbers to believe that, because I just looking at the videos, it really doesn't look like it should be faster.
Oh, it's faster because runners use in-game time without loads. They don't use RTA.
Ah, okay. In that sense, and I suppose so.
Wow, I actually did it.
Nice.
Hey!
Usually when I try that
Next
trick,
step. Holy shit.
usually when I try that trick, I just get multi-clanked.
Do you ever use backstep for anything other than that?
No.
I use it to
Well-
fall off of ledges and then Goomba stomp enemies in
Okay.
convenient places.
I use it to pre-charge run attacks, because if you attack out of a backstep, it's a dash attack.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
And that's
So
That's a dash attack.
That's important when you're using equip swap.
Yeah, move swap glitch.
and there are just some weapons that have fun running attacks that I like to use the backstep to get out quicker. Like there's especially like some multi-hit spear attacks, for example.
I'm on the same page as Maskazah here. I really hate like the convenience quit loads because it's just really annoying to watch in action. I would like for that to not be a thing for that reason.
Now, when you're doing speed runs, you gotta set your priorities. Or is your priority to make the most watchable speed run or the fastest speed run?
Yeah.
And if you set the arbitrary rule that you use in game time without loads, so that people with slower hard drives aren't at a disadvantage, I'm not even gonna bother killing that guy. I don't need to. I don't want it. It's Iron
I think
Dome.
you got enough damage for this.
Wow, I
End it quickly.
missed that you got your stain back. That's exciting. All right, Iron Golem. Get choppy.
I'm still pretty sturdy even with this Black Knight sword.
Oh no, we're gonna have to actually HP kill him? Ah. A shame.
I tried to set it up so that I could just not do that, but then I'm wasting upwards to 2 minutes by not doing that. $6.96. Now he will briefly not throw his balls so that you can click on the donut.
You've earned it.
Oh man, that's another of this game's extremely wacky edge case mechanics that made the final product. The paired world casting donut strength for miracle
Yes.
strengthening.
That the most obscure mechanic in any video game. And this is a video game that has grave lording and vagrants in it. Got nothing on resonance circles.
I still love. There's this one YouTuber who does a bunch of like Dark Souls mechanics explain kind of stuff.
Is it Illusory Wall?
Yeah, Illusory Wall.
Uh,
So Illusory Wall is this new thing about grave lording, and Ogre here tweeted at him with, yeah, no, like this led to an incomprehensible text barf at the start of my run of Dark Souls.
Yeah, he had like arrived at Lordran. Achievement unlocked. Disasters are gone after defeat of the Great Lord servants.
Yeah.
Level
Like, what
up
the fuck
and
did
strengthen
you come
yourself.
down
And he tweeted back, yeah, I can't even imagine what that was like. And I tweeted at him, I don't have to imagine. I can simply remember. It sucked.
Really,
Oh man.
Illusory Wall is great because I actually met him at MagFest 2019.
Oh, sick.
When I made everybody go watch a concert. He was performing as the drummer for Chromelodion. He was the drummer on my favorite album of all time.
Damn.
And I met him through that, and then just incidentally, we were both really into Dark Souls. So, yeah, because like I followed him because of Dark Souls, and then he was just started tweeting out that they were like making new recordings. Like what? What?
Holy shit.
So he came to Yoko.
Cool.
He came to Yoko that year because of that. Although he
Oh my
didn't-
God.
couldn't stay for long.
That's a really fun revelation.
My musical tastes are different. I did not like that concert myself. I know that's a shame.
Oh,
but,
it's
you know.
it's like prog rock adjacent, and you're either prog with the rog or you rog with the rest.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you rog with the rest.
I mostly like prog, but there was just I don't know, man.
There's an
Maybe it
accordion.
was just
An electro accordion,
Well,
Kaz.
was there?
Yeah.
I don't remember there being one.
It might have been on a keyboard, but it was definitely an accordion.
And
sample.
like everything lasted like more than 8 minutes. No
prog,
break.
prog. How long is any given Yes song?
Yeah,
Ogre?
they can get long, but like
There's some
that's yes,
7-minute
man.
songs.
Or Yaz. I like Yaz. Like
I'm a big
kinda
instrumental
have
guy,
to.
so that might not be why, but it didn't matter. I made you go.
yeah,
was-
you did, and I did go. And I guess that was illusory wall
And I was
on the
illusory wall,
drums.
On the drums.
Well, neat. He seems like you know, ordinary person
He's a
who
cool-
doesn't suck.
He's a cool
So
guy who doesn't suck.
It's gratifying to learn.
What more can you want in a guy?
Yeah. Please don't be a weird racist bigot that you'd never know with like internet people.
Please. Whatever.
I know that there are a lot of defenders of like this setup and moment. I don't like it. I think I'm willing to say I just don't like it. It has mandatory fall damage, which is another thing that I fucking hate. It relies on pits, which I don't think should be in the game. It's just, boy, what a bunch of horrible tastes that go bad together.
That's why you don't like Sekiro, because there is exactly one mandatory fall damage spot in Sekiro, as far as I can tell.
That's part of it.
Is that mandatory, Ogre? The pit to the sunken poison zone where you fight the required Snake Eyes Shiranui? I've always taken fall damage from that, and I don't know how you avoid taking fall damage from that.
I feel like there's like a circuitous way you can get there as well. That's like way less obvious.
Yeah. Burnhead insisted is required.
Oh,
And he is a Sekiro scholar, although so is
yeah.
so
I mean,
is
maybe,
Ogre.
right? Like maybe you could like get the Bibu breathing technique and then like swim through a glitched place so you're just swimming anywhere
Oh yeah.
and get there that way and not technically fall. Maybe there's probably
I feel
a way
like
to do
there's a legit way to get back there, but
Wait, no, you can't, because you have to
I'm
do that
trying
to
to
get
remember.
You have to get that to get Mibu breathing.
Oh, you do?
That's in front of Mibu Village,
Shit.
isn't it? Or is that
Okay,
in front of the Sunken
I-
Ape Valley? I don't know. My brain does not quite hold the map in my head at this exact moment.
That's fine. You're playing a different one. You're busy. I understand.
That would make sense because, like, my memory of it is that you can get there a second way, but it's weird and you wouldn't normally do it. So maybe it's just like some kind of like circling back around situation.
There is much I resent about the video game Sekiro, but I don't need to air those grievances right now.
You don't need to.
That's okay.
I'll defend the Black Knight Archer buttress because I think it succeeded in creating a very memorable spot in the game.
It's true. It was very memorable.
Yeah, I
If-
mean,
if that's what they were trying to accomplish, then they succeeded.
I mean, I also remember a lot of the worst shit that's ever happened to me, right? Like that's
Okay, I'm not using.
like the time I went to the emergency room. That's in there, you know.
So I could have used that Silver Knight to clip through this fog wall and disable their AI, but I'm not doing it.
The
What's
humor
Ornstein
value of the Silver Knight Buttress is I think strictly limited in a way to
It's funny in retrospect.
yeah. It's one of those tragedy plus time kind of funny moments. Sorry, I'm not talking about what's going on because I just presume that Ornstein and Snow is gonna go good no matter what I say. So
Okay, here's
Yeah,
my
Ornstein's already dead.
yeah, my defense of the Buttress moment is that it's one of the moments in the game where you spend a very long time struggling, and then you have the relief of after exhibiting your power. Dark Souls is like a power fantasy by way of weakness. You start off pitiful and terrible, and then at the end you become strong. And to do that, you need to be reduced to your lowest level via platforming.
I think
your
yeah,
ego
it's
must
that
be
last
erased.
part. That last part is where it breaks for me, right? Like
Screws.
because the platforming is not good, it never has been, and testing the player on it is vile. So that's my thoughts on the matter.
See now,
I'm-
if you want to get me
I'm
to
trying
yell
to-
about something, mine's not the archer segment. It's the buttress, the unmarked buttress, where you have to fall off a thing, touch a thing. That is evil. I'm level 90. It is time to talk.
Weirdly,
to the
I
big
thought
lady.
that one by contrast was okay, even though it is also like pit related, pit adjacent.
It's what I get for not using guidance to see dev messages.
Jesus Christ.
Boobies.
I feel like with the Buttress, I'm missing some kind of key because I hate the Bed of Chaos, but I like the Buttress. I'm missing some kind of key that will unlock the distinction between the two for me.
Key required ahead, therefore time for introspection.
I just made me think of the Miyazaki interview where he's talking about just some really pervo shit about a comic about a giant woman who like takes care of a group of businessmen, like a giant mother, and he's saying that's the vibe he was going on for Gwendolyn or Guinevere.
Yeah.
And then the character designer gave her huge tits. He said, I usually go for something more refined than that.
I like my
feet.
designs to be more refined.
Yeah, parenthetical feet. And then,
That's our
but the character designer looked so happy, I couldn't say no to him.
Sure, dude.
Just-
That's what it was.
He's saying-
Sure.
no, the beauty of it is like the complete pervo shit he's saying. And then followed
Yeah,
by
like-
that.
God,
I'm like,
that is like
that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
it's like a hair away from that one
You're sorry.
reprehensible Persona 5 guy who's like, I don't think men and women can be friends.
It's like I was trying to design this goddess to be like a giant mother who would take care of you like an infant. But she didn't need to
What
have
does a mother have? Memories.
She has giant big tits.
Or Hideo Kojima saying like, I made this one character in Police Knots intentionally have the hugest boobs because she's supposed to be like Mother Earth. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. That's not how metaphors work. You just
Kojima.
why is it always like this? It doesn't have to be this way.
Now that's different Metal Gear game, Cass. That's That's for
We can change our
vengeance.
fate. War can change.
War can change. No, that's Fallout. War never
No, that's
changes.
Metal Gear. Yeah, in Fallout, war never changes, but in Metal Gear, war has changed.
War has changed. Nanomachines.
I do think that we're in a kind of quantum state of, vis-a-vis the changing nature of war. It both does and does not change, depending on your observations of Metal Gear.
Oh, there have been more good Metal Gear games begrudgingly than there have been Fallout games. So,
I don't think that's true. I think they both have one each.
Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. And maybe Tactics. Maybe? Tactics is weird. Whereas in Metal Gear you have 1, 3, Peace Walker, and then
Yeah,
four
and in my mind,
and then 4 and 5 with heavy asterisks.
and in my mind, there's New Vegas and 3
Ew.
for Metal Gear,
Oh,
and that's
oh,
it.
okay. Not
Booker
it.
raises a very important point. Rising is the best Metal Gear game.
You're right. When you're right, you're right. Doctor.
Yeah.
Although even that game has the even that one has that cyborg woman. She's got a cyborg body, but those tits, those are real tits, non-augmented tits.
Oh, Miss Mistral.
Mistral.
Yeah.
It does not have to be this way, gamers. I promise. Better things are possible.
I'm a gamer.
Hey, landed in the dark. Love to see it. Yeah, this one is also kind of burned into my bones.
I wonder why.
Thank you for teaching me the way through it.
Yeah, Kojima is kind of a stink cloud, especially because he does all that shit and then like never allows anyone to ever see his wife ever. It's like she doesn't go to any of the, she doesn't go, like Kojima's
What?
wife is like a ultra secret. She never like goes to any of like the
That's
events
like
he
something
does.
a character in a Kojima game.
Yeah. Now it could just be that
Wait.
she's a private person
I have
and
a
doesn't want to
wife,
be like
but no one is allowed to
Does he?
proceed.
Hold on. Does he just not have a wife?
No, he
Has he been
he has
like
a wife.
lying?
Oh, yeah, I guess theoretically it could be, but it could be she's a private person, doesn't want to be in like associated with
yeah.
weirdos, or it could be
Right.
that he's very
I'd
controlling,
understand that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and he just wants to hang out with Mads Mikkelsen.
And like, if he wants to like get high with Mads Mikkelsen, like again and again for the rest of his life, I would like that. I would be like, cool, dude. Don't make any more things, please. Just- Maybe I'm being a little mean here, but you know.
How would we have a stream together if we weren't a little mean? You know,
I
Here-
don't want to
here in
tear
the hater
people
club-
down
here in the hater
generally
club.
as a rule. I know. I agree. Like, there are peculiarities of my hatred that spark joy in others some of the time. And for that, that's nice.
I forgot
But-
to get Hobbles armor, so I guess I'm gonna be getting stone armor.
You got this.
I'll get stone armor on the way through Sif in order to fight.
Are you gonna do 4 kings in like bad clothing just to spite me for saying that you shouldn't? Like, I don't want that for you. I want you to have a good time.
I mean, I just
It is
said
the
I'm.
fastest way to beat the game.
I just said I'm going to go get stone armor to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Which is right by the dog, so
Yeah.
you have to go there anyway. So it's not even like a big detour or anything. This again presumes that you are successful in your attempt to defeat Grave Lord Nito here, which I also kind of take for granted at this point.
He is choosing to use his move that's good.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he also
gonna get the-
tried to toxic even
Yeah.
once.
Gonna get the custom anime. No screams. Video games need more screaming.
I'm gonna get
The
him.
hell?
I'm gonna get him with the.
The style kill.
The custom two-hand.
Hey!
Got him.
Okay, the custom one-handed.
I know. I gave him one and then the other.
Yeah. Man.
Now, if you want screaming, you gotta go play Bloodborne again.
Bloodborne has an appropriate, in my mind, amount of both quantity and quality screaming.
Just unless you go to the old hunters, and then it's just got extreme screaming of horseman heads.
So does fear and hunger. There's one particular monster in that game who, if he sees you, will scream for about 30 seconds straight. And he's huge, so you can hear it from everywhere. It rules. I love that.
Are you talking about the Red Man?
The Red
Or-
Man, yeah.
Yeah,
The Red Man
pretty
sees
good.
you and starts screaming. It's like, yes!
If you knew what he knew, you'd be screaming too.
I don't know what he knows. I want to know what he knows.
Yeah, what is the StarCraft building that screams? That's the Starscream building, obviously.
That is the... What is it? Terran Armory.
YouTube,
That has a classic scream in it.
YouTube keeps trying to get me to watch videos of people trying to beat StarCraft without losing any units. And I don't want that.
It's an oddly specific thing to recommend.
Today everyone lives! All of my useless peon units in this strategy game about making sacrifices.
No Zergling left behind.
Oh god, that's where it gets actual bad. Like, just like microing your marines around or whatever. Sure.
Or
man,
especially
you can
like
do
your My Life for Ire boys, your zealots.
Yeah, I mean zealots are real tough.
That's
Anyway,
that's kind of the point of those guys, is they're expensive, so you want to keep them around. But then your Zerglings, the guys that are cannon fodder. Now you gotta hydro your Microlisk.
Microlisk.
Yeah.
That is what it turns into. You're microing. So every Hydralisk is a Microlisk now.
I think I made that joke like 15 years ago. or
Yes,
something.
that was a callback just for you.
Holy shit!
I have like a YouTube video about it with my cats.
Alright, time to kill a bad dog that I hate. Bad dog that I hate. But has a
And
good
a
ring.
good ring.
And a good ring.
Yep. Is your sword at max right now, or
Yep. It could do more damage if I pumped Dex up to 40, but
still doing good work?
the Dex scaling on a Black Knight sword is nothing special. Okay. On to the Four Kings.
After that, you've still got Seath and the bed.
I'm kind of making good time, despite all my flagrant misplays and jackassery fuck offering.
All of your buffoonery.
I have been clowning, it's true. Just gotta make the international sign of friendship.
Yep. This is the Dark Souls gesture for, okay, I'm ready. Thank you, Mastiza. I should probably leave soon too, but
Yeah, it's getting pretty late over there, huh? We're not getting pretty early over there, huh?
yeah, it's almost 4:30, but I don't have to do anything or be anywhere, so maybe I'll just stick around until the end of the game at least. But if you start playing Sekiro, then I definitely won't stay around for that.
I don't think I'm gonna be playing Sekiro. I've had I'm gonna have like a 12-hour stream, all things said. And I don't really relish making that a 15-hour stream.
Hey, you've been putting in the work. I think the longest I ever went was like 14 hours. But that was for a thing I was doing.
My record is like 34, but was it passive? That was my Halloween streams. I was not actively doing anything.
Oh yeah.
Or I just had to keep a monitor open, and I just put a playlist on of Shaw Brother movies and then go to sleep. So I slept some for those.
Maybe I should learn how to do Bloodborne at a decent pace also. I like Bloodborne well enough. It's a fun time.
I just wish they finally put it on computers.
They should do it.
It
Sucks.
They're not going to.
I know.
Especially,
We're gonna have to do it ourselves.
Especially because of the Activision being bought by Microsoft, and then probably going to withhold Call of Duty from PlayStation, even though the FTC told them not to. Sony's going to be holding all of their stuff close to their chest, and Sony owns partially Bloodborne. The only way we're getting Bloodborne on PC is when PS4 emulation.
We're also very slowly but very steadily getting to the point where people could just mod Bloodborne into Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, that would be
because they can put moves, they can put weapons, items, they can put level design into Dark Souls 3 now.
Yeah.
Like there's a mod that's in
That's-
development that's introducing Hyde's Tower of Flame from Dark Souls 2.
Mm-hmm. And
So conceivably, they could put Bloodborne in Dark Souls 3. I don't know, 8 years from now.
Oh wow.
It's like
That'd be pretty great.
It's like when they remake old Elder Scrolls games and the new games.
Yeah, basically like that.
Sky Oblivion, the Oblivion remake in the Skyrim engine, got a release year announcement. Coming by 2025.
14 years after Skyrim's release.
I narrowly avoided dying. If my heel had clipped that last step, I would have died.
Yeah, he would have definitely died. Didn't though. Way to go on living, King.
Of course.
I get the impression that maybe they upped the frequency of that attack for remastered. Because I remember, I hardly used to see it ever. And now, over the past couple of years, I've been seeing it way more.
I know there are slight differences in Because in Prepare to Die, Iron Golem's first thing would always hit like a piece of rubble. It would never hit me.
Yeah.
But in Remaster, it goes over the rubble every time.
Yeah, looks like we're on pace for 3.1 kings. Maybe only 3, actually.
Yeah, it looks like might be 3 kings.
Depends on how lucky I am with fadeaway hits.
3.1 is usually what I get.
Now we're getting Shrek. I just realized. We are Shrek'd out.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Yes!
I'm a Shrekin machine.
Hit him with the Shrekking ball! Uh. That's what Buckaroo's fist weapon makes me feel like. Those are wrecking balls, you know?
3 kings.
3 kings? Woohoo! Yeah, you have to do some other criminal stuff to get down to 2. It's like move swap or power within or whatever nonsense.
The center.
Yeah, I guess we do have to go to a library.
Very well. But how? This man
Very well. But
is a
how?
threat. Must
I probably don't need that, but may as well.
It was right there. I usually do Seath first, so this is refreshing.
I don't usually have a defined order, but usually because I don't tag the bonfire in by Quilana, I typically do bed last just because I don't want to do that walk again.
It's understandable. I think my own order is well, if I have to think about it this hard, I don't have one, right? Like, but I like doing Seath first, and then
Yeah, Seath
Nido
first just
Kings
feels
in some
appropriate because you're
order.
already in an Orlando.
Yeah.
I frequently do Nido first because you have to go to Firelink to place the shrine, to place the thing anyways, but that doesn't really make sense because you warp out, and you can warp literally anywhere with the Lord Vessel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And I also save Bed of Chaos for last, because I hate doing it. But
Yeah.
I always attempt Toki Bombs, and sometimes I even get it, which makes it a delight. Or at least, it makes it non-horrible, which is...
Wait, when I spent my souls, did I spend to the bottom dollar? When I leveled up to the bottom dollar.
Wow.
Nice.
Because I have
Neat.
exactly 4,000 souls, and each of those pigs gave 2.
Cherokee Starfish, thank you for the raid. What a nice thing.
Ah,
Yay.
I also raided in earlier today.
I'm chopping ya. Yeah, we're on our last Dark Souls of the day. I have beaten Dark Souls 2 and 3, and now I am most of the way through Dark Souls 1.
We have
Yeah.
defeated 2 of the 4 Lord Soul bosses.
Yeah,
the way
Nido
to our
and the 4
third.
kings are down.
The forces of Gladstone have invaded. I don't know what that means, but sounds pretty cool.
I'm gonna try to do Duke Skip, and I'm gonna fuck it up.
Always got to try it.
Oh man, this is the one that I have done the most practice at that I am the worst at.
I haven't done this in a long time. I haven't played this game in a while.
I consider it in 2 parts. There's the mount and the dismount.
Yeah, you gotta get on the corner, and then when you're on the corner,
yeah.
you gotta get the dismount, or you'll clip
Yeah.
into a thing and die.
I'm pretty reliable at the mount. The dismount I'm bad at, because you... Yeah. For my own part, instead of rolling at the corner like that, I run at it and then count out the steps 1, 2, 3, and then do a roll off, and that's pretty reliable. But your method will also work. Lands of Lore. You know what? I'm curious. I'm gonna Bing it. Hey.
He's breaking the Bing out. Acting like he didn't break the faith earlier.
Bing it out, boys.
Lands of Lore, The Throne of Chaos. A 1993 role-playing game. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yo! The cover art for this is completely sick. Oh, man. You would love it.
Oh wow, this it's pretty good.
Got it.
Yo, we've skipped a Duke? Hell yes!
You were off while you were off in Bing land. I was skipping the Duke. Easy, first try. Yeah.
Well, that's how I gave you the power to do it. That was
Yeah,
me,
I was nervous. I had to look away. It's like that guy in Mystery Men who can only turn invisible when no one is looking.
Yeah. Mystery Men, starring Janine Garofalo, my boyhood crush.
With that was everybody's boyhood crush.
She was not.
I mean, I saw Wet Hot American Summer.
What the hell's that?
It's a delightful movie.
I saw her do stand-up on Comedy Central, and I was hooked.
Here's also a glitched texture. This texture started glitching out in a late patch of Dark Souls Perverted Eye Edition, and when they ported it over, they left it and didn't fix it. It only appears from one side.
Patching games is surprisingly hard.
Dark Souls Remastered. They remastered this game.
I don't know that they did, actually. Because that presumes that they mastered it in the first place, which I'm not confident of.
Now, I will say it is a better port than... It's a better PC port than Prepared to Die was, except for the time where it inexplicably stops recognizing my controller for godforsaken reasons. That's why I wanted to have a giant 13-hour VOD, but I had to restart my computer because it would not recognize my controller.
No, I have a lot of beef with early Dark Souls on PC. Fucking Games for Windows Live.
Games for Windows
Jesus
Live
Christ.
was a better connectivity option than the Steam servers were, in that it did work. And I got some of the best gamer. It did work, and I got some of the best gamer hate mail I ever saw. somebody Games for Windows Live messaged me, a dark wraith with a flaming katana in the parish is a losing answer to both life and Clue. and I still have it.
Losing answer to both life and Clue. Shit. What a legend.
And I still have that image on my hard drive when I took a screen cap of it. It's perfect.
That's awesome. Man.
There's something just about the phrase "Games for Windows Live"
It sounds
that
vile.
invites this.
It's like the word moist. You say that and it's just like, oh man, this sucks. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely bad.
Okay, gang, place your bets. Clams or
One.
no clams.
Exactly
One
one
clam.
clam. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta bet on one clam.
Well, okay, if you're going to take a bad route through it, then maybe
I
you're going to
I didn't take a bad. I didn't do it on purpose. I ran out of stamina.
Okay. There's never going to be 3 clams. Get out of here.
One clam.
Hey, we won.
Beautiful. We have remodified fate. Now it needs to kill you. You need to get like embodied by this clam somehow.
No dice.
Ah, well, alas. My friend is too good at the video games. Oh, there's hope.
I couldn't get far enough away to avoid it, so I just
Oh, right. You have 99 humanity, so you're never getting cursed
Yeah,
here.
I'm never
All
gonna
right.
be cursed.
Right. Or if you did, you could grab the item from that clam conveniently.
Wait, does he have it? Does he have, did he give me... Oh, wrong one. He gave me
Oh no!
Merely a twinkling
I
titanite.
saw that was a drop, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely the curse removing stone, right?" Oof, oof. I'm missing my shots here, fellas. I'm doing bad.
Okay.
Well, you got the one clam. It's not nothing.
I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to one clam.
What can you buy for one clam?
You can buy a block of tofu from the tofu selling Jash in Otherworld in the video game Omori.
That made me think
I
of
would-
it because Omori showed up in the Siva Gunner Shop Fusion collab. He got
I don't know what that combination of words means.
Siva Gunner, music,
Okay.
video game music parody YouTube channel.
That already hurts a little to think about, but go on.
You've almost certainly heard at least something
Something from
without
him.
knowing.
And the Shop Fusion collab was they made a 15 or 14 minute long video where they would have one video game's shop music in the style and game of a different game.
Well, I guess that sounds all right.
So it was-
conceptually.
So it was the Omori game, only the merchant was that bastard bear from Spyro. He was selling things for clams. And then the next segment was in Spyro, but it was the Chow Merchant from Sonic.
Do I get any credit for having an exact and precise correct answer to your question, by the way?
No, next question.
What you're- No credit for you. Fuck you, Kaz. Spent a year making that video.
Moneybags, yeah, that's his name. He is a bastard bear. Because he says, I could teach you how to unlock things, but only if you pay me 500 gems. Come back when you're richer. And that is of course was the main event of the shop collab. Was a Parappa the Rapper segment where Morshu taught Parappa the Rapper how to sell his goods.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
And it was
Maybe there is something to this
And it-
Siva gun thing
and
that
it
you're
was-
telling me about.
in game, or at least a very good imitation of it, where a flat Morshu is rapping with Parappa.
Yes.
It's
Sentence
yours, my
mixed,
friend.
of course. Yeah, like if you've heard the Mario World, the Witch Doctor mashup, that's them.
Or Fred Flintstone. Granddad.
I generally don't listen to music.
Yeah,
Actually,
Kaz's not a
I'm
big
like
music guy.
I'm
so
not a big music guy. I know that makes me a freak, and I understand this.
We're
I
all
just
we're all freaks here, Kaz. Look at
Oh,
what the
I
fuck.
know,
Look at what the
no.
fuck I'm doing.
What? This is completely ordinary. It's just like deciding out of nowhere to beat Dark Souls games 3 in a day in the order 2-3-1.
Yeah.
Regular shit.
I mean, I get the compulsion to do endurance things every so often. Better this than watching Shrek the Third 6 times in a row.
That's something no one should ever do.
I enjoyed this a lot more.
Yes, I think watching Shrek 6 times is a lot harder than what you're doing right now.
I picked
harder.
I picked the wrong Shrek. If it was Shrek or Shrek 2, I would have had a fine time. I just picked Shrek the Third, which is... It's like if fiberglass insulation was a movie.
Inventing mountains for yourself to climb. That's nothing I can get behind, certainly. Like, how preposterous. Who kind of cool bastard would take on arbitrary challenges for no reason?
I'm gonna try something stupid for no reason.
Hell yes.
Shrek Forever After would probably be better than Shrek the Third. Shrek the Third is very bad. And has literally nothing going on. Oh, it's worse than that. It's not even that bad.
It's
nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It is way worse than being bad. It's boring. That is the actual worst thing that a work of art can be.
Especially one you watch 6 times in a row.
At least if something is god awful, there's like, you know, it's like fascinating in a way.
Because at least when I watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 like 5 times in a row for Thanksgiving, then I feel something. And then I get to hear the big sicky mess, a grenade launcher that shoots glue foam. And I get to feel something. But this, I feel nothing.
I don't know. I feel like Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and Shrek 3 are interchangeable.
Paul Blart has the bird scene in it. I'm doing something stupid, so I have to kill these guys.
I'll say it. I'm not afraid. I'm brave. I'll say that the bird scene in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is overrated.
What about the banana scene?
Also overrated.
Where the ugly guy eats a very rotten banana.
So, now, in support of Ogre claiming to be brave and strong, I can also attest to this because I watched Ogre defeat Melania, somewhat fraudulently, admittedly, but
I swear I didn't mean it.
hey, a win's a win, man.
Yeah, you were around
with
that
like
in
an
Stark moment.
unleveled character, right? Like you were like level 1 or something, and just had all this cool shit.
Literally just a level 1 playthrough. And I was pretty proud of my build for that fight because I decided to go for dual daggers, one for parrying and the other for crits.
No, it looked like it worked.
And then I could do the double dagger attack for some free hits every once in a while.
I don't know
what the fuck is going on.
I'm doing stuff. Don't worry.
What are you doing?
I'm doing
What
stuff.
is the meaning of this?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to talking about that. Now, I say somewhat fraudulently because in Melania's transition from Phase 1 to Phase 2, she goes back to a particular point in the arena and gets her health back. And Ogre had thrown a volcano pot, I think?
Yep.
At her,
One
and it
that
just
does
happened...
damage over time.
Yeah, it just happened to be that she was already standing in the location she was going to get to. So I don't know exactly what happened, but our best guess is that her health was counting down while it was also being restored, and so in function, her second form woke up dead, and he instantly won the fight. Which
she
was
woke
awesome.
up with basically no health, like just took another hit and then just died.
Get a grab
Which
attack.
rule? That was awesome.
I can't believe I
Like,
have to
I-
ask an enemy to do a grab attack.
I kind of regret not beating her legitimately, but on the other hand, like, I already beat that phase without taking damage, so I kind of proved myself.
Yeah,
by
you know,
that point.
we're gonna A plus B equals C here and say, yeah, no, you totally did it.
Am I at the wrong spot? I'm not doing the correct thing. Maybe it's here.
Okay, well now I finally know what you're doing at least. Which is trying to get yourself through the wall so that you can conveniently fall and not fight Demon Fire Sage. Despite the fact that you could have beaten like 5 Demon Fire Sages in the time you're taking to do this.
Yeah. I wanted to have fun.
Sorry.
I wanted to
I know.
I wanted to feel something, guys.
This is
Just
taking me
remember
back.
Paul Blart Mole Cop 2 then. That made you feel something.
I can remember the Piano Man, and I'll feel something.
That was taking me back to like the very first Dark Souls footage I ever saw, which was Gnome trying to crossbow the centipede demon
Yep.
at level 1, just sitting in a corner, plinking away with a crossbow.
Because I didn't know a good place to sit.
And then equally futile attempt.
Hey, that worked eventually.
I don't know, but and anyway, that was just my first impression of this game. It was just gnomes sitting in a corner with a crossbow. It's like, okay, interesting.
This is what the game is. It's,
Weird
it's
that-
all this.
Weird that
Everything
would be
is horrible.
your first impression, because I got into this game because of our mutual acquaintance at the time, Duck, because he was playing it. And
Yeah.
then I thought, oh, what about Dark Souls? Then I stole it, and then I bought it after I liked it.
That's a funny thing. I got into Dark Souls when you asked me nice to play it.
That's true.
In like ask.fm or whatever the fuck.
Whatever it was back in the day.
And I had seen you post on the Something Awful forums. On occasion, there was like a baby shaving its face that you
Yes.
used for an avatar.
That's an avatar that I stole. I
So I had an impression that you were at least not a completely unhinged weirdo. That turns out to be wrong. But
actually no. I'm gonna feel something and have fun.
oh boy.
You gonna bust out the crossbow?
I'm gonna bust out the crossbow.
Oh no. How did you not take damage from those rolls? What?
I'm just that good.
Game is taking it easy on you.
What? What? Why did this? What happened?
Oh boy.
A weird camera thing happened because of my worm behavior, I think.
Oh man. Yeah, Centipede Demon is pretty funny. You can get it to like jump up and leave the arena. And then if it falls, it dies. That kind of thing. That's pretty fun. It'll make you feel cool.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm disappointed with Centipede Demon because there's that one spot up higher before the fight where you can see it clinging to the wall.
Something about blocking is glitching out.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on with this camera.
Blocking is glitching out because of the thing with the worm, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully it goes away after
You carried a bespoke glitch with you!
I did.
King! I can't believe it!
Stop jumping and grab me, you bastard.
But yeah, no, I mean, No Midden here asked me nice to play Dark Souls at some point, and I did it. And my first playthrough was deeply cursed, but I treasure it. Oh, okay. So we do have him outside of the arena, which is fun. Hopefully he does some kind of jump again that puts him more outside of the arena such that he falls to his death. If he doesn't do that for whatever reason, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, I don't think there's a kill plane above you.
Okay, you finally took damage from the lava. Grateful. You know, I also often think about my own journey through the Tomb of the Giants in my first playthrough. That's stuck with me for reasons that you might be able to imagine.
Yeah, speaking of first impressions, that was actually my first impression of you. It was Gnome approaching me saying, "Hey, my friend is streaming his first playthrough of Dark Souls. Want to check it out?" And then I tune in, see you stumbling in the Tomb of the Giants. It's like,
And I was so mad.
Interesting.
Wow. This guy must be some kind of fucking idiot. What a cool.
Well,
Mm.
my memory like is kind of hazy because
Oh,
my
there we
own
go.
playthrough of Dark Souls was weird. Like, I played half of it while it was still on Games for Windows Live, then
Yeah.
half of it after it transferred to Steam, and like I took a several months break in between, so I don't remember exactly at what point I saw your playthrough, but it was still like before I'd finished the
Yeah.
game myself.
Like I ruthlessly dedicated myself to not getting outside information. Why have they not given you credit for this fight? Okay, there.
He had to fall.
Jesus Christ.
He had to fall into the death plane. Yeah, I posted in the Final Fantasy 12 thread. I believe that was the one.
12?
Final Fantasy 12.
Not 13?
Uh,
Did we
that-
do 12?
no
Fuck.
weird biases. Not the posses. Because that was.
Oh.
And I didn't post in that thread because that thread was poison. Yeah,
It was bad.
The 13.2
It was not a
thread,
good one.
The 13.2 thread was really bad. You wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I was as close as I was ever gonna get to like fist fighting people in that thread.
Yeah, and the baby shave avatar on SA I got by fraud because of a LP group called Tippin' 40s.
Hey,
run by
yeah.
Kuvo.
Kuvo. We like Kuvo.
And
I've met him. He's nice.
I've met him as well. I think I forget if we met at Magfest or not. But he
Yeah, you met him in Magfest.
he did a they were doing a Final Fantasy not Final Fantasy. They were doing a New Vegas LP, and they had an art contest in the video. But I was friends with Kuvo on Vidler. So I got his videos when he would batch post 5 videos on Monday and then hide them and private them, but then unprivate them once a day. But because I was friends on Vidler, I got to see all 5
You
of
had
them
access to the private ones.
So I got to make I did the drawing contest way better than anyone else could do because I had 4 days extra time to craft it. And because of that, I easily won the art contest. I even tastefully waited about 45 minutes between the posting of the video and my post to make sure it seems legitimate.
Oh, the 45-minute tasteful wait. You love it.
And because of that, Topical had to give $10 to Lotax. Rest in piss. He died a coward.
Yeah. Lotax sucked a lot when he was alive. It's great that he's dead now, I think.
And it sucked. And he went out in the most mangosteen way you could have.
He went out horribly, like a piece of shit.
Like a wet fart.
So, yeah.
Anyways, that's how I got the baby.
It was
shit.
great that Uwe Boll beat him up in a boxing ring that one time.
It was good, actually.
Oh, man.
Place
That
your-
video rules. You can watch Uwe Boll, who is a trained boxer,
and also
punch the
a-
shit out of Richard Lotax Kienka.
and also a shithead. And
Like, Uwe Boll is kind of also a shithead, yeah, but, you know, this is like...
this is a race to the bottom here.
Yeah.
So
Whoever loses, we win.
Yeah.
so place your bets. How many deaths are we getting?
1 per pick.
I'm going with 0.
Yeah,
I want you to have a nice time.
Yeah, I'm feeling big, strong, and green as well. I think I
Yeah.
got this.
Let's 0 this. Let's one of these days. I swear to God, I am going to get you to learn Toki Box.
I mean,
and then you'll have a nice time forever
I
in
mean,
this
this
fight.
is
It'll
like
be great.
a game I play once a year
Yeah,
is the problem.
Yeah, that's like people trying to get me to learn like the Quaid crit kill in Super Metroid.
Hope
Which
lips.
I have done, and I've put some effort into learning, but I'm not good at it. so Kraid sometimes does not die quick to me.
I'm more interested in things that are useful in Rando. Like, Alcatraz Escape.
Oh man, Alcatraz. Yeah. Every time I watch a GDQ and they're doing Super Metroid and they just like effortlessly do Alcatraz, I'm like, man,
That was actually... That's,
so good.
that was how I proofed this controller. I knew I was satisfied with the Xbox One wireless controller when I could do Alcatraz Escape with it.
Yeah, I
it a-
usually break in a new controller by playing Super Metroid again, just to like get the feel of it.
Is it actually a 1 or is it the series, the one with the dish?
It's the one with the dish. I don't know which one it is. Xboxes have bad names.
Yeah, they're terrible. It's basically the same as an Xbox One, except like very slightly different. Like it has the dish and it has like some little grips on the triggers.
It's got some delightful knurling.
Knurling? It has knurling?
Yeah, the triggers.
No way.
The triggers are knurling.
Greebling.
I love a good knurl.
It's not a
Knurling
real.
is one of my favorite things.
It's not a real knurl because it wasn't like made on a lathe or something. But it's as close
Who
as
gives a shit?
it's as good as knurling is going to be on a
Yeah.
injection molded.
Right.
Come on. I just
I
have
don't
to.
care if you're.
Reached you.
I just have
I'm
to.
not gonna.
I just have
I'm
to
not like a
yes.
champagne snob. I'm not gonna tell you that your knurling isn't real if it didn't come from like the neural region of France or whatever. Like,
I could still die. It's
please
just,
no firestorm.
it's
Let
just-
zero be the truth.
It's just very unlikely that I'll die.
Okay, you did make my
Hey.
heart stop for a second when you missed the first sword swing.
No, my first sword swing was to break the branches.
Okay. And I'm like, oh no, is there gonna be a firestorm in like the split second while we're still in an animation?
With 99 humanity, most of my health, and the gold hymn said, I was fine. It's fine.
Yeah, well, they would have face planted you, and then a second one would have killed you. So,
You sorry fool. You could not be the chosen.
but nice zero. By the way, way to crush it.
Yeah, I'm glad to be proven wrong.
I was feeling it. Okay, I'm
You
gonna,
did about as well as could be believed, given the circumstances.
yeah, I'm gonna be a little
Um,
over 2 hours because I'm at 1:59:30 right now, but my file time should be below that, so I'll have an under 2 hour run.
Sick. Love to see it.
I could have 20 Estus if I resat down at the
Yeah.
zone, but I don't give a shit.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't need it.
you're gonna use 2 Estus in this upcoming fight, so like,
Now we're betting on everything now.
why not? I'm gonna call my shots, man.
We gotta have the Gamba going.
Compulsive gambler. That's why I play Riichi Mahjong.
Mahjong has done nothing good for the humanity. What's
No,
the,
it only
what's the actual?
Mahjong does irreparable harm to the human spirit and offers nothing in return.
Yeah, the quote. Okay. Didn't tickle my toesies.
Yeah.
See if I can get the Axe Knight to jump to his death.
I'm bad at this one because I'm scared of pits.
Away he goes.
Later, dude.
Is,
Cool that you have an axe.
Is green deck better than blue deck? It is.
Still got it.
Got him. Good shit.
Not even a one Estus.
Damn. Take us away.
And got him with the style kill.
Oh, sick. Love to see it. Shrek will not have pants for the finale.
Just a big puffy shirt.
There we go.
A pretty good run. I got to clown around.
Bless thy safety.
he looks just the worst.
Let carve and craft serve your highness. We are
Yeah.
here to
A
serve
bunch of
your highness.
weird snakes are gonna bow to you or something. Who cares?
I'm their king. Ah, we gotta the Shrek bundle.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
The upskirt
Yeah,
there.
we got a bit of the Shrek grundle.
True
Little-
dark be cast upon the world.
I forgot that happened.
Returns.
Okay,
Okay.
we gotta look for it. There's some less important thing to see.
Yes. My favorite thing. Crestfallen warrior with 3 R's.
Yeah, the warrior.
Warrior.
I beat Dark Souls again. Business evangelist.
Souls.
Good work, sir.
Paweł Gryzowski. How do you say that?
Oh, I missed the name.
Uh,
I should have known it because I
these are all-
technically still work for this company.
Grzwisławski.
All right, Kazmine
Right.
now. I'm surrounded by Polish.
Lithuanian, and by my grandfather, but like,
That's right. I
Pretty
forgive me,
close.
forgive me.
Oh, okay. Then we've got an awkward history together.
I mean, who hasn't invaded Poland a few times? It's so flat and fertile.
pretty sure I
Red Cross
haven't
for the taking.
invaded Poland
Wait.
in my life.
Pole to Win Company Limited? Is that the name of the company? That's a
I think they're not actually Polish.
Oh.
In case you're wondering.
Oh man.
Ah,
No, pull to win is what you do if you use a spear in this game.
mm. You gotta see it.
Or perhaps use washing pole.
Washing
which-
pole.
Hell yeah.
Like, it's not good, but it rules. So,
We got CQC coordinator. Remember the basics.
close quarters cuisine. Shove it into your mouth. Mm.
So, this wasn't so bad. I started at noon, a little before noon, and now it's a little after 11 p.m. So I've been going at it a while.
Yeah, how are you feeling after the endurance match?
I have a little dent on my thumb where I've been holding up on the control stick for for too long. But other than that, I'm feeling great. I did pretty good.
Hmm. Okay.
Dark Souls 2 went better than I thought it would. I think Dark Souls 2 and 3 went almost the same, like, time. They were very close, which was interesting.
No, I think you're brave for doing that, because I don't want to ever play those games ever again.
I've been feeling good about Dark Souls 2. You can stream Sekiro if you want. I'll probably come watch. I need to eat dinner, but I can watch something while eating dinner. But I need to see those voice actors. Hidetaka Miyazaki.
I think we're getting there.
It's the guy who gets all the credit, even though the rest of these people worked on the game.
That's auteur culture, baby.
It's like that
It
that
sucks.
very good quote about Warren Spector. Like he's
Yeah, the headline that's like Warren Spector, creator of thing.
It's creator of Deus Ex says single people get credited too much for the creation of their games.
Yeah.
It said Warren Spector, creator of Deus Ex. Like that.
Oh,
Here
Yeah.
it is. Where's it at? Crestfallen Warrior, Domo of Xena, Matt Morgan.
Hell yes.
Yay!
Okay.
Warrior with 3 R's. Ah, they didn't fix that in remaster.
Remaster.
Oh, that's why I believe that none of these people mastered Dark Souls, the game that they created.
Hour 52:18. That's pretty damn good. I think my record is like 140-ish. So I could probably do an hour and a half if I tore ass. Well, no, my old record was set was on Prepare to Die with different dupes and with move swap. So I would have to try. The only thing I would want to try is try Kiln Warp. I wonder how hard that would be to do Kiln Warp. Because there's 2 different Kiln
Oh, the one
Warps.
where you get the purple,
There's purple
crystal.
There's Wrong Warp with Purple Coward's crystal, and then there is Quit Out during load, which still works.
I kind of hate both of those.
But I had to break up the VOD because this game, the remastered version, refused to recognize my controller, even though it did it earlier today. My voice is getting kind of shot. It doesn't sound like it, but it's starting to feel like it. So
Well, you've been talking for 12 hours, sir.
Yeah,
so that's understandable to me.
thanks to everybody for the subs. Thanks to Ogre and Jens for the gift subs they gave out. And thanks for the raids, everybody,
Yeah.
including Kaz.
Yeah. Even me. I
Even
get thanked.
Kaz gets thanked. And, of course, thank both of you for joining the stream, and also Birdhead for earlier.
Thank you for streaming.
Yeah, I don't know when the next time I'll do something like this is. I don't know what would be the next thing. What would be the next thing?
Well, you don't have to figure that out now. You've done some good work, so let yourself rest.
I was thinking about Demon Souls and Sekiro.
Please let yourself rest, sir.
No,
You've done so much work.
not tonight. Not tonight. Although I could probably squeeze out a Sekiro run, but
Oh God.
quit game. Good night, everybody.
Good night.